Welcome back. Before the guys are let loose to chase baddies across railway lines and down ditches, just like all the rest of us, it's time to get to grips with the basics, ransom cones on a car park.
Right, so let's go back to when this started then. What was the problem?
Well, trespass and vandalism is a major problem for rail track, especially on the northwest zone. It presents a risk to drivers, it presents a risk to children, and it presents a risk to the public.
So a huge problem affecting huge numbers of us.
An enormous
What did you
problem.
see as the solution?
Rail track supports a number of initiatives to combat trespass and vandalism, fencing, CCTV. But one of the newer ones has been these motorbikes. Together with the British Transport Police, we've sponsored these motorbikes for reducing trespass and vandalism.
That was the problem, but what was the solution? Well, that was supplied by Steve White of the Manchester Transport Police.
So Railtrack came to you, said, look, we have this problem. What did you see as the solution to that?
The obvious solution was, as you can see in the background, the motorbike. Tests have been done and show that when compared to a car or van, a motorbike can get through urban traffic by filtrating through that traffic on average 62% quicker than a car.
So yeah, once they've actually responded quicker and got there are places where a bike can go that a car can't, presumably.
Indeed, and we're working in a railway environment, so they have to go down rough terrain. We've got ballast, we've got uneven roads, potholes, and these bikes, these hybrid machines, are actually ideal for that.
There's no putting it off, it's time for my go around the cones. Bearing in mind the extreme weight transfer with all the extra clobber on top, and I'm a bit nervous. I don't want to break somebody else's police bike.
As you can see, the lads are doing cone work. Not very well. That's one of the mistakes of the day. Anyway, the basic principles of riding, again, it's control, balance, knowing when to brake, how hard to brake, things like that. Use of the clutch and the throttle, in conjunction, controlling the bike speed, keeping the revs up high, but moving the bike slowly. Basic control, it's like clutch work. You don't want to destroy your clutch doing stuff like this. So it's high revs, back brake. Back brake is your killer. That's what keeps you moving nice and slow. Want to move fast, release it off, and it's smooth, and that's the way it should be. We're trained to evaluate everything as you're going along. It's foreground, distance, and then obviously sides and rear view all the time. It's very intensive mentally to ride a bike for 6 hours a day. When you're out on your own, you tend to be more scenery observing, don't you? But you've got to be aware of everything and everyone, because you might be the best rider on the road, but it only takes someone in front of you who's not concentrating, and that's you down.
Right then, final words done. I can ride round cones. Surely, we can all ride round cones on a police bike.
Grip the tank with your legs. Control your solid control of the bike, and you can push it either way. If you sat wide-legged, you tend to flap it a bit, Grip the tank, keep the revs up, foot on the brake, keep the pressure on the brake, and let it just glide through. Nice and steady.
Thank God I'm so tall. It's really useful.
Finally, it's my turn. And no, it's not really that much more difficult than when you took your test. Just bearing in mind that there's so much more weight on the top, so you don't want a pendulum action, and all the rest of it follows on. Easy as that. At the end of the day, you even get to play with the siren and the lights, which I've got to be honest, was the best bit.
It's not bad really. You're on a bike all day, you get a blue flashing light and to go all sorts of places most of us don't. If you love bikes, that's got to be a good job.
Yeah, sunshine, wet, snow and rain, you have it. But there you go.
Riding a bike 8 hours a day, starting to enjoy it. Yes, I can't argue with that. It's really, really good.
Well, basically this is the only chance I get to ride a bike because I'm not allowed to have one at home.
Yeah, it's good, but it's like everything else, you always want it bigger and better, you see.
Well, I think it's ideal, don't you?